she also has an ad in the program, and you'll find her information in there as well. So I hope you please consider it. But she considers herself, she's an ABD, and has done a lot of different type of work in the past, and she's here at the university. But in addition to all of her professional the types of things she does, serves as the director of the first-year student here at Tennessee State University. And she's from Alabama. She holds a degree in communications from UT Knoxville. In her 30-plus years working in the field of communication, she's taught communications at TSU, Middle Tennessee State, Austin Peay State University, religiously real. So please join me in welcoming Miss Regina Vincent Clark. And you can turn your attention to the rear.
Let's test this mic. Okay, it's working. Thank you very much. I kept trying to motion to say, please don't read all of that. It is right that I, a woman black, should speak of white womanhood. My husbands, brothers, sons, fathers died for it, because of it, and their blood, spilled in electric chairs, stopped by hangman's noose, cooked by lynch mob's fire, spilled by white supremacists' desire to kill for a profit, gives me that right. I would that I could speak of white womanhood as it will and should be, when it stands tall in full equality. But then womanhood will be womanhood, void of color and class. And the necessity for my speaking will thus be passed, gladly passed. But since it is deemed a thing apart supreme, I must, in searching honesty, report how it seems to me. White womanhood stands in blooded skirt and in slavery. Adulterous hands reaching out, killing mine and crushing me. What then is this superior thing? That in order to be sustained must needs feed upon my flesh? How came this horror to be? Let's look to history. They said, the white supremacists said, that you were better than me, that your fair brow would never know the sweat of slavery. They lied. White womanhood too is enslaved. The difference is degree. They brought me here in chains. They brought you here, shiploads of women, each filled with hope that she might win with ruby lip and saucy pearl and bright and flashing eye, him too white who had the largest tender. Remember? They sold you here even as they sold me. My sisters, there is no room for mockery. If they counted my teeth, they did appraise your thigh. Sold you to the highest bidder, the same as I, and you did not fight for your right to choose whom you would wed. But for whatever the bartered price there was the legal tender, you were sold to a stranger's bed in a stranger land. Remember? Because your necklace was of gold, you did not notice that it throttled speech. Because diamond rings bedecked your hands, you did not regret their dictated idleness. Nor did you notice that the platinum bracelets which graced your wrists were chains, binding you to economic slavery. And though you claimed your husband's name, still could not command his fidelity. You bore him sons, I bore him sons. No, not willingly. He purchased you, he raped me. I fought, but you fought neither for yourselves nor me, sat trapped in your superiority and spoke no reproach, consoled your anger with an added reproach. How great is a woman's fear who for a stone, a cold, cold stone, would not defend love, honor, nor dignity. You bore the shame and mockery of your marriage and heaped your hate on me, a woman too, a slave more so. And when your husband disowned his seed that was my son and sold him apart from me, you felt avenged. Mind you, I was not your enemy in this. I was not the source of your distress. I was your friend. I fought, but you would not help me fight, thinking you helped only me. Your deceived eyes, seeing only my slavery, aided your decay. Yes, they condemned me to death, and they condemned you to decay. You were afraid to nurse your young, lest fallen breasts would offend your master's sight, and he should flee to firmer loveliness. So you passed them, your children, on to me, flesh that was your flesh, blood that was your blood, drank the substance of life from me, and as I gave suck, I knew I nursed my own child's enemy. Could have lied, could have told you that your child was fed till it was dead of hunger. But I could not find heart to kill orphaned innocence, for as it fed, it smiled and burnt and gurgled with content. And as for color, knew no difference. Yes, in that first while I kept your sons and daughters alive, but when they grew strong in blood and bone that was of my milk, you taught them to hate me. You gave them the words mammy and nigger, so that flesh that was of my strength turned and spat upon me, despoiled my daughters and killed my sons. And you know I speak true, although it is not true for all of you. What will you do? Will you fight with me? White supremacy is your enemy and mine, so be careful when you talk to me. Remind me not of my slavery, I know it well, but rather tell me of your own. See, you have never known me. You have only seen me as white supremacy would have me be, but I will be myself, free, justice, peace, plenty for every man, woman, child who walks this earth. This is my fight. If you will fight with me, then take my hand, so that our land can come at last to be a place of peace and human equality. Now, some of you probably recognize this piece. This is B. Richards. And it's just an excerpt from it, A Black Woman Speaks, and she delivered this speech in 1950 to a group of white women. And the title of the presentation I said I would do tonight is Outrageously Real, but I'm very, very sometimes politically incorrect. The next piece that I'm going to do, if I can make a change on this stage, this is all of you, I will be doing Ntozake Shanga's spell number 7. I see your head's nodded, Laverne. You're familiar with that piece? Okay, so this piece is about a child who wanted to be made white. And so I will just make a quick change here. It's very, I think very, very politically incorrect. And then I will close with some of my own work from The Revolution Is Not Over. 10 little pickaninnies lying in bed. One fell out and the other 9 said, I see your hiney, all black and shiny. I see your hiney, all black and shiny, shiny. As I told you all, this is going to be outrageously real. Yes, yes, yes. Isn't life wonderful? My father is a retired magician, which accounts for my irregular behavior. Everything comes out of magic hats and bottles with no bottoms, and parakeets are about as easy to get as a couple of 50-cent pieces. 1958, my daddy retired from magic and took up another trade, because this friend of mine from the 3rd grade wanted to be made white on the spot. Now, what could any self-respecting black magician do with such an outlandish request? Except put all them hocus-pocus, razzmatazz, zippity-doo-dah thingamajigs away. Because black children believing in magic was becoming politically dangerous for the race. And wasn't nobody going to be made white on the spot from the clap of my daddy's hands. And the reason I'm so particular is because I've been studying up on my daddy's technique. And everything I do these days is very magic, very black, very now you see it, now you don't mess with me. I come from a family of retired sorcerers, active hoonigans, and penny-ante fortune tellers, with 41 million critters, spiritual bodies, and celestial bodies on my side.